Hi, it's Christine from the channel Christine and Celeste, and finally I get to, at last, to film my April update. So before I talk about cards, just a little bit of news. I haven't been on much in April, and I've seen a few tags going along. I mean, I never do them all anyway. I only do the ones that inspire me. But I've watched a few videos and I've left a few comments on Facebook. Basically, I've started art therapy for myself and I've started another therapy with someone else. So, because the point is, I've taken level 1 of Arasoma, and because they're healing, it's a healing technique. I just want to get rid of some core things that I still have in me and, be as light as possible to do this work. So I'm going through a tough time because I'm going in deep shit and looking at it. And it's not the first time, but this time it seems like it splashes all over my how can I say, all the bad things come back up, it seems. An example, I'm very regular at cooking and eating, and I feel lately with that I've been lazy and had to force myself to keep a rhythm, and it's like all the little bad habits that pile up just are coming back and are magnified, and it's a little bit difficult for the moment to deal with all this, but I am, and I'm courageous and I'm going through it. And so the second thing too is that I haven't had any post for 5 weeks now because it's been a postal strike here ongoing. They're talking about 3 months. So, but what happened is that I got one thing through, and then they got some guys from Paris from the post, and they just blitzed everything they went through, all the mail we never received, and now I'm getting like boxes all together, which I haven't opened yet because it's not that many. I think it's about 6 boxes, but I've got 3 here and 3 I have to go and get. But so no new deck as such anyway. I haven't ordered anything because I know nobody can deliver it for the moment. And I'm trying to be patient, but it's difficult sometimes. So I worked in April with pink smithonite. Now, I don't know what the crystal exactly looks like. That's funny because I'm really working with this card and it's the energy that I'm interested in. So it's pink and brown, and where's the booklet? First of all, I could say it's by Michael Eastwood. There it is. And that's the second deck. It's 2 decks, if you're not sure, if you had never heard of it. And obviously, it's not, it's not like you say, oh, I'm going to pull an oracle with the tarot card, because that's more a meditative card. So it's not, I'm sure you can do readings with it, and I hope that one day I'll be good enough with them and I'll understand them enough to do this. But for the moment, it's more the energy of the month. What can I use? What goes against me? What is difficult for me to look at? And it's called the Celestial Flow of Light. So with all the pink, obviously for me, it's the heart chakra. So yes, I have to work a lot on this because I'm going back to childhood and birth and all that, and it's like it's heavy stuff. A lot to chew on. So I had some help because there's scents that are linked to this crystal. So it's rose otto, cedarwood, and pine. So I chose pine. Cedarwood, sorry. What am I saying? I chose cedarwood, and what I do is that I look at the card and then smell the nice smell, or I put it in a candle and burn it. And also, there's an audio that comes with it. It's what's written in a book if you have the book. So there's CDs with it, and it's about, I'll just show you if you're interested. Yeah. So that's the whole journey of Michael with the Crystal of the Souls. So he reads all this. He went to a recording studio in London to record it. So you can just lie on your bed and listen to his journey with this crystal, which is a very nice touch. I like, using smell, sound, colors, because that's really what helps me in readings. So as I said, not a card to read for me anyway, as a doing a reading, but more energy, more getting into this crystal's essence, and see what you can take, what you can give, what you can comprehend about it, and the journey you can go with it. This month now, it's going to be Celestial Quartz. Lovely. It's card 60, and Celestial Quartz is called, the title is the Golden Glyph. I don't like writing on the cards, but it would have helped if I got just the little title here at the bottom. There's enough space, and in smaller, the Golden Glyph would have helped me, get into the card without opening the book, but that's just, nitpicking. So the scent is frankincense. So I'm going to have a look through my scents if I've got this. So I'm going to work with frankincense. The same, I'm going to listen to the CD, and it's by my bed, so I look at it when I wake up and before I go to bed. Sometimes I draw with the colors that I see. There's a lot in it. There's actually beings in this card. There's beings in there. Maybe seen from the top. See? With the hands. So there's a lot to see in these cards too. When you look at them, you take the time. I know it's not for everyone, but I really wanted, they attracted me, but to me, stones are a bit foreign. It's not something I work much with. So working with this deck is great for me. So I've been doing this. Also, I've been, as I said, I don't have really new things to show you, but more how I've worked with certain decks. So I'm going to show you decks. But before we start this, I have another scent I've been working with, and I'm not sure what's in it actually. But it's the Archangel Raphael air conditioner from Arasoma. Now I've had an encounter with Raphael, which was a bit forceful, I must admit. I wasn't ready for such a power. I got a bit taken aback, and I was like, whoa, slow down, but I thought if I get the scent, then it helps me link. So I'll just spray around my head, right? Well, and then smell it, and I even call him. I sing his name, and oh, that's low. If you could smell that here. I'm not sure if you can smell it. I'd love for you to smell it. It's fantastic. So I've been working with these two, but I need to ground, so I can't use it too much because that takes me, where I'm happy up there. Oops, there's a bit of Raphael all over here. So cards, yes. Another set of cards I really wanted to work with, and that's from a channel, and I'm sorry, I should have written it down. I always do this. I forget people's names. That's terrible, especially when I appreciate them. There's this guy, he does this series on, it's very short, it's not very informative, but still it inspired me. He does this series on just reading cards intuitively, and he took the Sacred Geometry deck as an example. I've got both decks, so that's both books in case you don't know them. And I've put both decks together. And so I thought, oh, let's try it, because these are cards that I really like, but they're not that easy for me to read. And I want to insist, because I know I can work with this deck. It's just that it's one you have to learn. So if I pick a card, for example, oh, that's the Diamond Mandala. I mean, they're beautiful. Their journeys. There's a pink thing here. I thought it was purple, and it's pink. Yeah, the Diamond Mandala. So obviously you need a question. It's hard to just read it like this. So what I've done to try and understand it is talk about the colors, the shapes. Look, maybe the diamond shape, what it means. It's usually, isn't it, luxury and opulence, and because it's a mandala and it looks like the mandala is within the stars. Yeah, there's other shapes in it too. So there's a lot of shapes to look at, read on, the colors, yellow, dark blue, even indigo. So there's a lot of third eye in it. So I start like that, and then I thought I want to pair it with a tarot, and I found that it works pretty well with the Gaian tarot. So the Gaian tarot, I have the Schiffer edition, which I kept the blue borders for a long time because I love the silver around it, but then I just wasn't using them because that blue just... So I paired it with the Gaian tarot, and let's pick a card for there. And like this, for example, it would give me a lot more information because I've got a tarot to fall on. I feel reading just the oracle on its own for me is a little bit difficult. But once again, I really love it, so I'm going to insist. I've worked for a month, 2 weeks actually, as daily cards with it. So here, because you've got the Four of Swords, and you can see that it's a different Four of Swords, but still it's resting, it's nesting here. So you can see the diamond mandala that maybe is inside you, right, is nesting. So then from that you can try and connect with your own diamond inside and see, find your peace within this. So I'm trying to use them like that in a total different way, maybe as more advice than fortune telling. So I found they work pretty well together. Let me find other cards. I don't know, I feel that they fit, they just fit together. So I'm really happy now I found a companion to this deck that I can use both, actually, because I wasn't using the Gaian either, because it's not really my taste. I bought it because it's modern and it's multicultural, and I feel it's really well done. But it's not my type of deck, what can I say? But just for one thing, I didn't say Diosa, sorry. Joanna Powell Colbert, right? Just one card, and this is why I love this deck, and I can't. It's the Four of Water. This card is so deep. I look at it and I see so many things in it that I'm sure other cards are as meaningful, right? There can't just be one meaningful in a pack. Somebody who produces to me a card like this, it's not the only one, but that's one of the powerful ones. Let me show you, because we love cards and we want to see them, don't we? What's powerful to me too. And you know, a bit different, because if they look like the others, there's no point in showing them. This one, I like it a lot. I got it not long ago. The Six of Water. I find it, it's just so peaceful. That Two of Air. I mean, there's a few cards that, but I think it's the peaceful ones really talk to me. Yeah, the Ten of Water, which is very different, isn't it? Ten of Cups. Yeah, that's difficult too. Her ten are more destructive, which you find in some tarot, because you've gone over the edge. It's too much. Even here, you see the Ten of Air, the birds are leaving. So, but anyway, just fantastic every day, but at the same time, there's a lot of shamanic things, traits in it. And kids and people from all colors, it's just brilliant for this. So there's the Tai Chi outside. I love that. It's a very interesting take on some things. So yes, between this and the Ariko, I had a good time. I must admit that it took me more on a spiritual path than everyday reading, but that's the way these cards are. Right, so that's that. And I worked too with, they're not grounded either, with Dreams of Gaia. I bought them very late. I think I'm sensitive to this. When a deck comes out and everybody talks about it, I just switch off. I can't. If anyone says Dreams of Gaia once more, I think I'm going to cry. I was at that stage of it. So I waited, and then I did a trade, and I got it in a trade, and I said, great, this is the occasion, because I never bought it when it came out, and I noticed that a lot of people bought it and just couldn't use it, didn't know how to use it, but it intrigued me. I'm not too fond of the dragon type, although I love dragons, the bit surreal art, but it's okay, it's beautiful though. So it's a keeper because it's beautiful. And it's deep. I can see that. I can see that all the symbolism, people are doing something. It's not just people standing there, although there's a few masks which, once again, I don't really like, but that's powerful, right? You get it. If the arrow goes, you get it straight in your face here. It's so I've been using this for a couple of weeks with, so it's by Ravin Fellen, with the Angel of Atlantis and Angel Heart Sigils by Stuart Pearce, because I really like Stuart Pearce decks. I've got both of them together, and I find that I got it in a trade in France, in French first, and I saw, well, that's soul that this person has that I don't have, so let's get the, let's trade it, let's get the deck. And I kind of fell in love with it. And it's funny because, me, I've never been an angel, archangel person, although now I have that spray. But it's Arasoma that brings me to archangel, but I've never been like that. But these cards just, I don't know. Once again, I'm not sure if you could do an everyday reading with it. But they inspire me. And I think, inspiration, you always get good marks for it. If cards inspire you, at least it's inspiration. Because you can pick a card and then start drawing, or, well, I like drawing, although I'm not a fantastic drawer, but I love drawing and writing. Just and there's people, there's things on it. It's not just the sigils and all that. So I've paired them together. And I must say that I'm really pleased with the result. They read well together. Once again, it's not everyday reading, so I'm not too sure yet. You see, I'm trying to see how practically what I'm going to do with them, because it's all good looking at spiritual paths, but I also need a versatile deck that looks into the everyday life, and I'm not sure I can do that with this. That's all I want to say. But other than this, I find them great. So I worked with that for another couple of weeks, and then the last one. So I got the Saki Saki in. When was it? In January. And I came back from the US, and then I left for Switzerland, and then and I never really had time to look at it, be with it. So it's by Monica Saki, and you get a reference card with it, a little booklet in case you haven't seen it. But what I didn't know is that there was a book with it. So the booklet is not bad, actually. So I bought the book, but it got hijacked by the post office. So it took a month. It stayed a month in my town before someone delivered it. And I finally received it, Playing with Symbols. A month. So I show you a couple of cards. I won't say everybody knows the Saki Saki because it's not true. So some people know, some people don't. So it's the independent deck. That's the backs. I haven't shown you any of the backs, but I thought that you knew the other decks. What I like is that her symbols, they're fun, they're meaningful. She plays with them a lot. There's astrology, there's Hebrew letters. What else did she put in? Planets. And just fun and colors and the book was recommended to me. There's an extra card called The Artist, and what I like too is the extra card. She did put all the associations with it too. Yeah. It's not just, oh, here's the extra card, you deal with it the way you want to. No. She put a planet and all that. I'll talk about it in a minute. So I haven't paired my Saki Saki yet with any Orica. I'm trying to make a box for it because mine came without a box. So that's my next project. It's to make a box. It's funny that some people don't have heads. I don't understand that, but there's the cutest Six of Cups. Isn't that cute? Although I'm not for the cute factor. This deck is cute, but there's it's like Alice in Wonderland. There's a little nastiness underneath it too, I feel. Not maybe nastiness, the word is not appropriate, but there's an undercurrent. Let's put it like this. There's an undercurrent. That is not so much fun. But so the book, so the book arrived finally. I was getting desperate for it. And it talks about the artist, first of all. It's like an artist book that she printed a journal, and I love it. And she talks about the journey of the artist. So what led her to where she is now. And at the end she says, I am the artist. It's cute. The system, so she explains the tarot in general, the occult, the numbers. What I like, she starts by 0. I find a lot of numerology don't start with 0, and 0 is one of the most powerful, that circle is one of the most powerful numbers ever. The boundless space, I mean, unlimited time in eternity, come on, 0. It's the Fool, isn't it? And she goes to 21. yeah, she numbered also the so she does the numbers for the majors and the minors. Yeah. And even the court cards. Then the elements, the astrology. That's sweet. The Kabbalah. There's the synagogue in Marseille that gives free Kabbalah courses. Oh, I'm tempted. It's an hour away, but I'm tempted. So here it is, Hebrew letters and the Tree of Life. And then the cards. And there, she talks about the artist, for example. The artist card. And she links it to... Where is it? See, I saw it just before. Yeah. To Chiron. Chiron. Wounded healer, loner, wisdom. And it's like, how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages about that extra card. I mean, so then it's the major arcanas. I show it to you because I've never seen it before. I hope it interests you. So that's for the Fool, for example. Straight. There, but there's more. So it's like she will write about what she wrote in her artist journal, and then more personal reflections, then inner reading and all the associations. So there's a lot. It's about, after that, it's about 2-3 pages per card. Of course, the minors, it's 1 page per card. That's normal. Still with the astrological associations. Then how to read. So everything is illustrated. It's fun. It's fresh. It's a shame it's not in color, but I do understand it's expensive. But the book in color would be amazing. Then spread, so the 3 card spread, the artist path spread, there, the 1 card of course, a new game spread, so she created spreads too. Then there's an interview about her creative process, really. And then, oh yes, I love that, the elements used in the creative process, the progress chart when she created the deck. It's lovely. And the elements on each card, how they were drawn, which card they belong to. Well, I'm gonna try and flatten the book a bit. Sorry if you don't like that, to show you better. Yeah, there. This is that cute. I said cute 3 times, but it's true though. All of personal. Oh, there's. Personal symbolism. She made a game of playing cards here, you can see. So really playing with the symbols. The shoes, for example, so she says in what cards there's shoes. And what are shoes? What do they mean? Shoes can talk. So she gives activities. Honestly, you're never bored. She gives games, worksheet. So with questions to ask yourself when you do a reading. What is the main theme of this card? If I saw it as a picture for the first time, what would be its title? How interesting, especially when you're stuck. And this worksheet, you can use it for a lot of different decks, like those decks that I've been working with in April and not always understanding them because it's work in progress. So what's happening now? Well, my time is really devoted right now to myself and my well-being, and I must say that doing these therapies is bringing up a lot of stuff that's I need time to process, and I need quiet time. And at the same time, I'm not wasting my time. At the same time, I am building up my Arasoma practice. So I can't practice yet. I've only done level 1, level 2, and 3. I will do at the end of the year. But I can practice though. And I'm putting something together with the essences, with the tarot, and I have a massage table now too. So I talked last year about going through the tarot through Facebook, through YouTube. I'm still not sure how to do it. I would love to do it. I'm still not sure to do it and how feasible it is with all the cards. So I'm looking at that right now and see if there's a simple, workable way to go through the tarot, as in the picture, and then the bottles at the back, right? Because it's a lot. And I'm trying to find a fun, easy way to go through it. And I'll see if I succeed and start a series on that. So that's my project. I hope you're all well. And I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.